Roots are stuck to the wrong end. You've up here, pretty special. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Africa that over the years we at Kilimanjaro Safaris have come to know and love. Really is something else. Of course, already we see the giraffe, tallest land animals on Earth. Giraffe can reach 18 to 20 feet tall. Along with being the tallest land animal comes a high blood pressure. It takes a large heart to get oxygen up those long necks to the brain. An adult giraffe's heart could be as long as 2 feet, weigh as much as 26 pounds. Now we're going to make our way around these trees here. I think we'll get a less obstructed view, perhaps see where the other trucks are going further on. So let's give that a try. Now also on the right side, you see the trees, that dark brown animal there with the massive horns? It's an Ankole cattle. Sometimes they're known as Watusi cattle, after the local Watusi tribe that originally domesticated in the area. Yeah, they moo like a regular cow too. They're the only domesticated animals in the reserve, but live happily side by side with all the wild animals, as you can see. I know the horns look like they'd be incredibly heavy. Turns out relatively light, due to the fact they'll use them as a cooling system. There's a honeycomb texture, blood vessels throughout. They dissipate extra body heat by circulating blood up through those formidable looking horns of theirs. Across here on the left-hand side, you see lying down there in the shade some patchy-looking animals. African wild dogs, also sometimes known as painted dogs, because those patchy markings on their coats make sure those sits at all times for these folks. Now, I've got to tell you, those are not hyenas. No. Common mistake. Hyenas much more closely related to cats, though, instead of being a dog like those are. They look similar to domestic dogs. They're from a completely different branch of the canid family. One of the more obvious differences, African wild dogs only have 4 toes in each of their paws. Left side again, back there you can see some dark brown antelope with long curved horns. Sable antelope, symbol of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Also one of the few antelope that will stand their ground when threatened by predators. Curved horns on the antelope up to 5 feet long. I'm sure you can imagine any predator likely to reconsider before taking on those magnificent looking horns there. Now get around the next corner, start getting closer to some of the giraffe here. Now if you get a chance to see the giraffe eating, keep an eye out for their tongues. Very long, sticky, prehensile. An adult giraffe tongue up to 1.5 feet in length. So one of the other drivers here swears to me he has seen these giraffe licking their own eyeballs. Yeah, I've never seen that. No idea why they'd even want to do such a thing, but you can see how they could.
Take some still pictures with my
special giraffe ability right there. So just wait a moment, that giraffe's crossing the road further up. Animals always get right away, and the reason we're here after all. And we've got some smaller giraffe here as well. You see on the left side, and one up here on the right side in the trees. Not sent up to us, of course, tall animal, tall baby. These little giraffe have been something like 6 feet tall at birth. Definitely already taller than any of us could possibly be.
I saw it.
Group of giraffe known as towers, rather fitting, but it's nice you see the juveniles here. Shows they're thriving, means they're happy, so it must be doing something right for them, mustn't be? Yeah, this one up here really close to the road, so I can't stop next to it. Not allowed, actually. Giraffe are curious, it seems, and they think the trucks here are interesting. Just pass it over to you. Anyway, if we stop next to them, there's a chance they may just come over and investigate. Ever so cool for us, I know, but we don't want to encourage that or have them learn the behaviour because they could be injured by the large trucks. So yeah, whenever they're close by, you have to keep on moving, nice and slow. Gives us some real interesting traffic problems, of course, you can imagine. Rolling grassy slopes up ahead. It's an area popular with many of our grazers, so we can see what other different savanna animals we can find. You'll see towards the top of the slope some silvery grey antelope there with short curved horns. White-bearded wildebeest take part in one of the largest land migrations on the planet. Normally gather in herds of female and young, numbering between 10 and over 1,000 individuals, as well as bachelor herds. During very large migrations, herds of those wildebeest number in the tens of thousands. Truly staggering sight. Further along, close to these small cinnamon antelope, you see the white face and underside, pretty dark streak as well. Springbok. Fully grown adults, or close to it anyway. They only grow up to weigh around 100 pounds each. Springbok get their name from an ability to leap 10 to 11.5 feet up into the air repeatedly. It's almost like they're bouncing across the savannas. Alrighty, coming up shortly though, beyond our left hand side, got a few rocks up here to get past first, a spot that we have come to know as Monkey Point. It's been named that after a troop of mandrills, sometimes found in the area. The mandrill is Africa's largest monkey. Males can weigh 100 pounds. Females are significantly smaller, practice at 30 pounds each, but sociable, spending a lot of the hour together, playing, grooming, just hanging out in general. So monkeys usually somewhere on the left. Let's try a bit further around. Now, yeah, on the right side of the African elephant, kind of small, but we see the elephant's a boy because he's all by himself. Female elephants spend their entire life for the herd. Males typically head out to the rest around 13, 15 years old when they're considered adults. So the monkeys aren't cooperating, so let's see if we can find some more elephants. Oh, hang on, that side. They closed the road then, haven't they? I usually go through just here and take a look. Okay, well, I don't think I can make that, so seems we're going this way, huh? Yes, detour's more interesting, right? I didn't think we were supposed to go back here, but everybody else is doing it. I'm sure we'll be fine. Now, I'm not so familiar. Oh, wasn't really expecting that either. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to go slow. I don't think they're working on the bridge, but didn't put any signs up, so I'm sure it'll be just fine. Touch noises, so certainly so. No, that's not so bad. We'll go back a different way. I am not trying that again. Let's get out of there. Here's a great place for elephants. We have found ourselves a red clay pit. Elephants come here to eat the clay. It contains important nutrients, and this is a key part of an elephant's diet. Does look like there's been lots of elephant traffic through recently as well. See the footprints, that's tusk marks in the clay. Oh, look at that. Okay, don't want to stop here. That creaky bridge is a bit close. Let's go around some of these trees and rocks.